Will we see Super Eggman in Sonic 3? The story of the Sonic universe is in large part the story of the Robotnik family, a family of humans that went from being considered heroic to humanity to becoming the villains of the multiverse, and perhaps there is still much to discover about their story. In our previous videos, we have talked about different theories about Sonic 3, the next movie in the universe of our favorite blue hedgehog. In this installment, we will see the origin of Shadow through a secret project carried out by Gerald Robotnik, the grandfather of the Doctor who confronted Sonic in the first two installments. But what is Eggman's ultimate goal? And what would happen if Project Shadow ends up creating the worst villain of all time? A version of Eggman capable of affecting reality itself, and that Sonic and Shadow must team up to stop? In this video, we'll be looking at Super Eggman and how he might be introduced at the end of Sonic 3. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Before starting this video, I invite you to participate in the new giveaway we will be having in this channel, where we will be giving away the first volume of Scarlet Witch by Steve Orlando, a story that will mark the future of the Marvel Universe. To participate, all you have to do is comment which is your favorite moment of the Marvel Universe. The winner will be announced on November 30th. The story of the Robotnik family was not always one of villains who wanted to grab world power and whose intellect drove them to madness. In the beginning, Gerald Robotnik was admired and loved because he used his intellect to help his country. In his early years, Gerald dedicated his life to the advancement of science, with projects that sought to improve the quality of life for mankind. His inventions ranged from revolutionary medical technologies to sustainable energy breakthroughs that promised to transform the world. Young people saw him as a role model, a visionary who demonstrated that knowledge and ethics could go hand in hand. His face appeared on the covers of scientific journals, and his speeches at international conferences inspired thousands. For many, Gerald was not just a scientist, he was a hero of his time. Gerald was admirable, but he was manipulated by the government to create a project that sought to access the oldest energies in the universe. The Robotnik family had no desire to use his intelligence for evil, but the government manipulated Gerald, taking advantage of his granddaughter Maria's illness to pressure him into creating Project Shadow. Perhaps it all started when the government found what appeared to be alien technology. It could have been a fragment of something much larger, an artifact charged with unknown energy, or even a relic of an ancient civilization. This discovery unleashed an avalanche of theories about what this technology could do. Could it be a source of unlimited energy, a key to other dimensions, or something even stranger? Gerald Robotnik, the most brilliant scientist of his time, would have been the obvious choice to crack the mystery. Perhaps the government thought, if anyone can solve this, it's Gerald. However, it is possible that he was not told the whole truth from the beginning. They may have presented the project to him as an opportunity to change the world, a mission to solve global problems like energy or disease. But deep down, they probably already had a darker purpose in mind: to create an unstoppable weapon or find a way to dominate other forces in the universe. Something the old Robotnik always suspected, although he had no desire to collaborate with the destruction of the world. The government manipulated him by using Maria's illness, promising that he would find immortality. But something happened. The government realized that it was too much power for this man and decided to betray him.
Just promise me that you'll help people.
Maria loses her life, and supposedly Gerald too. But we know that somehow he has survived all this time, waiting for the moment to take revenge for what happened. Knowing Maria's story, we might begin to wonder, who is really the villain in this story? The Robotnik family? A family of scientists who only followed orders? Or will it be the blue hedgehog who supports the government that ended Maria's life? Perhaps these are questions Sonic will have to face in this movie. However, the fact that Super Sonic exists in this universe and that Project Shadow is revealed in this film points to the fact that other experiments could also be possible. Project Shadow, in essence, was Gerald Robotnik's attempt to make this alien technology compatible with humans. It was an attempt to transfer the power of the Chaos Emeralds, or at least replicate them, to save Maria. Therefore, this project becomes the gateway that his grandson Eggman needs to acquire power. And this is where the theory of Super Eggman comes in. But what exactly is Super Eggman? Super Eggman is the most powerful version of Robotnik, in which he manages to replicate the power of Supersonic through technology and manipulation of the Phantom Ruby, an artifact capable of altering reality. In this form, Eggman not only obtains extraordinary physical strength and speed, but can also use abilities similar to those of the Chaos Emeralds, such as generating energy explosions and manipulating the space around him. This concept was introduced in 2023 in an official Sega comic book, where it is revealed that Eggman, after years of studying the Chaos Emeralds and experimenting with the Phantom Ruby, manages to create the Phantom Ruby prototype. This artifact allows him to channel his energy directly into his own body, transforming him into a human version capable of rivaling Supersonic and Super Shadow. While this is not a common version, and is generally considered a parody, it could be a version that we see in the movies, and that could explain how Eggman could become a multiversal villain in Sonic. With the introduction of Shadow and other elements in the Sonic universe, Eggman's role seems to be increasingly diluted, losing importance in terms of power. But we know that the story of these movies revolves around this family and their experiments. So there is still room for Eggman to have a more relevant role, as long as he somehow manages to obtain supernatural powers. I think the reason why we will see the story of his grandfather Gerald Robotnik and that of Shadow is not only to explain the origin of this new antagonist. Rather, it could be the starting point for something much bigger: the emergence of a Super Eggman, capable of using prototypes of the Chaos Emeralds to become a threat capable of destroying the universe. And in the end, we would have Supersonic and Super Shadow teaming up to confront him. Eggman, since the first Sonic movie, has become a key part of this universe. Giving him powers that make him a real threat to Sonic and Shadow could make the story that much more exciting. This would not only increase the challenge, but also add more seriousness to the universe. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Will we see Super Eggman in the movies? Or do you think this will be the last movie of Eggman, concluding the story of the Robotnik family, and then showing us the origins of this universe and other creatures or entities? Share your opinion in the comments. And for more videos of the Sonic universe and theories of Sonic 3, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on Oasis Geek.